So, hello friends, till now in this particular course we discussed about a number of different aspects, starting from the basic component of the research to the what is reliability, validity, what is sampling, what is research design, what are the different tools for the observation, okay, and what are the different methods or different types of research, all these particular things. Okay. So, now all these things from research designing, from the problem selection of the problem, statement of the problem, objective to the research design to this particular point. Okay. So, the ultimate the purpose of the research is to find the solution to the research problem, and that solution is generally derived through the process of the analysis and interpretation. Okay. So, what analysis is? So, analysis break down the data or its constituent part, okay, to obtain answer to the research question. Okay. So, analysis means it involves categorizing, ordering, manipulating and summarizing data, and the purpose is to answer to get or to obtain answer to the research questions. Okay. But the analysis itself cannot give you the answer to the research question. Answer to the research question is generally received through the process of the interpretation. Okay. Interpretation means assigning meaning based on the result of the analysis or assigning meaning to the analysis. Okay. So, the main purpose of the analysis is to reduce the data, okay, or to reduce the data into much more intelligible and interpretable forms. Okay. And then the interpretation take the result of the analysis, make inference pertaining to the research relation studied and draw conclusion about these particular research questions, okay, or to conclusion about the relation which was stated in the hypothesis. Okay. So, that is the ultimate target of the research, okay, that is to finding answer to the solution, that is generally done first through the process of the analysis, okay, and then through the process of the interpretation. Okay. So, when you talk about the analysis, analysis I already told it is the process of categorization, ordering, manipulating. Okay. So, that means, okay, the first step of the analysis is the categorization. Okay. So, now when you do categorization simply means the partitioning of the data. Okay. So, one of the easiest way to categorize data is to put the data based on the frequency distribution. Okay. But when you are developing category, you should keep into the mind or the categorization scheme is generally based on these 5 principles. Okay. What are these 5 principles? The first one is that categories are set up according to the research objective. Okay. Categories are set up according to the research objective. Okay. Research objective, more if you become more specific, that means, so research objectives are generally translated into the hypothesis, that is the relation between the variables. Okay. So, now maybe your research is related with that, or maybe your hypothesis is that the public school children are more honest. Okay. It is the school type of school that the children they enrolled in and the honesty. Okay. Maybe you are designing, you have designed a research on that particular problem, that whether the people who, okay, the education which is provided in the public school, that is more moralistic in nature and generally improve the character of the children. Okay. So, you draw you develop the hypothesis like that public school children are more honest. So, that is your hypothesis. Okay. So, now your categories must be based on according to the research objective. So, you remember when we talk about the research design, we talk about the at least one comparison. Okay. So, how we compare here, add compare here. So, we may take our sample from the few from the public school or few children we can study from the private school and we can study their honesty. Okay. And here also you can look into, okay, that you can classify the honesty into 2 particular group like honest and not so honest. Okay. So, now if it is the hypothesis, so what will be your category look like? Okay. So, there will be one side, there will be for the public school, there will be private school. Okay. So, then there will be 2 category of the student, that is the honest and that is the not honest. Okay. So, now you get the frequency data on this particular. So, this will be your categorization or the table look like, okay, in the most simplest form. Okay. So, that is the first principle. What the second principle is telling? The categories must be exhaustive, means that all the object you are studying, okay, that should be, your categorization scheme should be such that are included into the your all of them included into the categorization scheme, or one or another cell of the this particular categorization scheme. Okay. So, no one or no object should be left behind. Okay. So, the categorization scheme should be such that they all of them can be included into one or other cell of these categories. Okay. Third one is that the categories must be the mutually exclusive and independent. Okay. So, mutually exclusive means a particular object or a particular subject, in case of the research design, when you prepare the research design, okay, that should be exclusively part of the one particular cell only. Okay. It may not be the like the public and honest, a particular person who is put into this particular cell, he must not be the, or the category should not be such that he can also be put into this particular cell, that should not be there. Okay. So, that is the mutual exclusiveness. And independent means assignment of a particular object to a particular cell of this categorization scheme, that should not affect the assignment of the other object into some other cell or the same cell. Okay. So, basically it's talk about the, in case of the research design, we talk about we discussed about the random assignment. Okay. And so, it is the same principle of the independence. Okay. So, you have to remember, that means the categories must be mutually exclusive. Okay. That means the object, they should be the member of only one particular cell, and that should be independence. Okay. So, their membership should not be affected by the other member or assignment of the other members. Okay. So, the fourth principle is talking about that each categories must be derived from the one classification principle. So, what it is? Okay. So, from more simplistic term, okay, it means that don't put two or more variable into the one particular category. Okay. Don't put two or more variable into one particular category. Okay. So, how it is? So, just assume that you are carrying out a research on the, or you are trying to find out the relation between the maybe the teaching methods, maybe the type of motivation, okay, and with the achievement of the student. So, here the three variable are available, means the motivation. Okay. So, the motivation also, there are some people are the interestingly motivated, some people are the generally they are motivated by the awards, rewards, etc. Okay. We call them the extrinsic motivation. There are a number of teaching methods available. Okay. So, you just assume for the study, okay, there are two teaching method, like that is the method 1, method 2. Okay. There are two type of motivation, like type A, okay, type B, one is intrinsic, another is intrinsic. Okay. Now, there are achievement score, okay, that is the, okay. So, that is your categorization scheme. Okay. So, here means if you look into the categorization scheme, okay, so that there are more than one variable in the one categories. Okay. There are more than one variable in the one categories. Okay. So, this type of categorization scheme is not particularly, this is not a valid categorization scheme. So, what it should look like in this particular case? Okay. So, it should look like there should be methods. In methods, there are maybe two methods, that is A1 or A2. Under A1, okay, there are two type of motivation, okay, like it is the T1, T2, again here are T1, T2. Okay. Now, if you put the achievement score here, okay, that means, okay, here there are not more than two variable in the same category. Okay. So, this is the principle of the fourth principle we are talking about, that each categories are derived from the one classification principle. Okay. And last one is the any categorization scheme must be at the one level of discourse. One level of discourse simply means that the dependent variable measure level of discourse means it is related with the dependent variable measures. That means that one particular dependent variable measures only be included into that particular category. Okay. Not a number of dependent variable measures. Okay. So, that is the simple or the layman's point of view, the meaning of this particular two. The first one is that don't put two or more variable in one category. Fifth one is telling that must be the same level of discourse, means that are related with the same dependent variable measure. Okay. I think now it is clear. Okay. So, now The next part is that once you categorize this data, so you have to use the any particular type of analysis. Okay. So, analysis means the finding the trend, finding the association, finding the maybe the their applicability for the population and all those things. Okay. So, in this particular analysis, okay, so there are again two aspects of the statistics. Okay. The methods can be classified into two broader categories of the statistics. Okay. We call them the parametric statistics and non-parametric statistics. Okay. So, it is basically based on a number of assumption about the from which the sample are drawn. Okay. So, in the social scientific research, mostly which is carried out by selection of the sample. Okay. So, and after that we use a number of statistical measurement tool to draw conclusion, okay, or to test a number of hypotheses. Okay. So, now these statistical tools can be classified into the two broader group based on the assumption about the population from which these particular samples were collected. Okay. The first one, this parametric statistics, which assume that the sample is or the distribution of the population was the normal from which the sample was collected. Along with that, the data you remember the measurement level. Okay, the data you have collected, that is either in the ratio or the interval level, means those are in the scale level. Okay. And on the other hand, the non-parametric statistics, it don't assume anything about the shape or distribution of the parent population. Okay. Also, it can handle the data which are in the nominal or the ordinal level also, along with the interval and ratio level or the rank data also. Okay. So, along with this, there are a number of other differences also, like the parametric statistics. Okay, tools are mostly significantly affected by the outliers. Okay. So, on the other hand, the non-parametric statistical tools generally less seriously affected by the outliers. Okay. And also the parametric statistics or tools has the more statistical power to detect the actual differences than the non-parametric statistical tool. Okay. Like in case of our analysis, or in case of the social science research, sometimes we try to find out the association between the variables. Okay. So, when you are trying to find the association between variables, okay, the Pearson product moment correlation coefficient, that is the example of the parametric tools, whereas the chi-square test, okay, that is the look into the goodness of fit of the association. Okay. So, that can be the example of the non-parametric tool. Okay. So, this type of example is also available, like you can use the ANOVA or analysis of the variances when you are comparing the mean of a number of sample, more than 2 sample. Okay. So, that is again the example of the parametric tool. Okay. So, one way, if you are using one-way ANOVA, their Mann-Whitney twist is the non-parametric alternative of this particular one-way ANOVA, like that. Okay. So, you may find out a number of alternative tool in the which may be classified into parametric or non-parametric. Okay. So, now coming to the analysis of the data, okay, we are talking about. Okay. So, the first part is to describe the data. Okay. So, in the description of the data, the first type of the measurement or first type of the analysis which we generally perform in the social science, which generally known as the descriptive statistics. Okay. So, descriptive statistics is generally it is used to analyze and summarize a data's characteristics or the sample data characteristics through various quantitative techniques. Okay. So, what are those quantitative techniques? We will look into that, but in case of this descriptive statistics, it may be related or it may be univariate descriptive statistics. Okay. So, that is only used for the described data which contain the one variable, or it may be the multivariate or the bivariate depending on the number of variables. Okay. So, this particular summarization of these particular quantitative techniques, okay, so that generally helps in finding the trends and pattern followed by the sample data, and also assist in the organizing the data in the more readable and manageable form. Okay. So, now when we talk about the descriptive statistics, okay, another term generally came into the mind, okay, or came into this picture, that is known as the inferential statistics. Okay. So, as we progress towards this week's lecture, okay, so we will look into this both aspect. Okay, like today's lecture we will mostly look into what are the descriptive statistics tools. Okay. So, now this difference in the descriptive and inferential statistics are there in terms of the purpose, in terms of the techniques. Okay. Like the purpose of the use of the descriptive statistics is to summarize data obtained from a particular sample, to find out the trend, to find out the trend in those particular sample data. On the other hand, the purpose of the inferential statistics is to develop generalization about the population based on the sample data. Okay. and the descriptive statistics are generally represented by the more simpler tools like or more simpler way, okay, like use of the graphic stat, okay, a chart like that, okay. So on the other hand, the inferential statistical result, okay, that is generally described by using the probabilities, confidence interval, hypothesis, okay. So I think this confidence interval, hypothesis all we discussed about till now in this particular course, okay. And what are the tools of the or techniques which are used in the descriptive statistics, okay, like we use the mean, median, mode, range, quartile range, standard deviation, skewness, okay. These are the common tools which we use in the for describe or summarize the data. For on the other hand, in case of the inferential statistics we use the tool like hypothesis testing, okay, like different tests, okay, like ANOVA, t-test, chi-square, both parametric and non-parametric states, okay, test which generally help you to draw conclusion about the population, okay, maintaining objectivity, that are the part of the inferential statistics, okay. Now, descriptive statistical tools can be classified into these three broader categories. One is that distribution, second is the measure of the central tendency, and third one is the measure of the variability. Okay. So, for the measure of the central tendency, for the distribution we generally use the skewness, we use the look into different graphs. Okay. For measure of the central tendency, we generally look for you can calculate the mean, median, mode. Okay. For the measure of the variability, you can also calculate the range, standard deviation, quartile deviation, variances. Okay. So, many tools are there. These are the some of the simple tools we used. Okay. So, now let us have a look into how to calculate or how to find the descriptive statistics of your data or the variables of your data set by using the R packages. Okay. As I think I already introduced the what R is in some previous lecture. Okay. So, now for a recap, okay, so for R is an open source software, okay, you can simply search into your browser and you can reach to this particular website, okay, like this you can go to the CRAN library or you can go to the POSIT post this particular website also to find the R and R Studio together. So, R is a language and R Studio is provide you the better graphical interface, okay, or the interactive interface to carry out your statistical analysis using the R. Okay. So, you have to for using R, okay, it is better to use the R Studio also. Okay. So, you have to use you have to install the R and then followed by the R Studio for statistical analysis. Okay. Now, R Studio, if you open the interface of the R Studio, it have generally 4 console. Okay. I already discussed about this. Okay. Among this, the first console where that we write we put our description of that what we are doing, okay, and the next in the left hand side the next console or the bottom console, okay, that generally where the operation are executed in the R. Okay. So, it generally looks like this way. There are another 2 window console like environmental console and the data display console are there, okay, where a number of function can be carried out in the R. Okay. So, let's take a look into that how to calculate the descriptive statistics using R. Okay. So, now before we go to that, okay, you have to remember certain things in R. Okay. So, in case of the R is generally compatible with a number of the other data analysis software. Okay. So, it is my personal opinion is that handling the data in the R is itself little bit complicated. Okay. So, it is better that one of the most effective or one of the most easy software, okay, or easy tool to handle your data is the Excel, because we are accustomed with the Excel from the school days. Okay. So, it is always easy to use Excel and put your data in the Excel sheet. Okay. So, as a social science researcher, okay, so you can as a mother sheet of the collected data, you can always prepare the Excel sheet, because the putting and handling Excel is much more easier than the many other statistical software which you know about, okay, which we used in case of the social scientific research. Okay. And now most of the software, like whether it is R or maybe any paid software like SAS or the SPSS, they all can import data directly from the Excel. Okay. Now, in case of the R, okay, for importing data, so R is generally run on a number of the packages. Okay. So, for calculating or for doing a particular type of analysis, you have to install a particular type of packages. Okay. So, now for enable the R Studio to read the Excel data or the data stored in the Excel, okay, so you have to install a particular package which is known as the read Excel. Okay. So, now so it is the what is the name of the software, that is the read Excel software. Okay. So, that should be installed. Okay. So, now packages are installed in the R by using the command install dot packages. Okay. And after you install a packages, okay, R generally do not automatically, okay, activate the package. Okay. For that you have to, every time you use a particular package, you have to put a command library, okay, then the name of the package, like here it is maybe read Excel. So, that means for the analysis purpose that package is activated. Okay. So, also apart from these packages, R have some of the base function, like for if you want to calculate the summary statistics like mean, okay, you can do it directly by writing command in the R, like for the mean also. Okay. But it is if you use the different packages, okay, which are also open source, okay, so you can get a number of function in the at a particular place in a handy way. Okay. So, let us take a look into the use of the different packages for the descriptive statistical purpose. Okay. So, there are a number of packages available, like there are FBasics, I already mentioned it here, there are HMISC, there are PASTEC, there are PSYCH, Psychic. Okay. All these packages basically help you to do the descriptive statistics, okay, with your research data. Okay. So, let us take a look how to use those particular packages. Okay. Now, here for the purpose of this particular demonstration, okay, I already installed all those packages. Okay. So, you can increase or decrease these windows of the R's, okay, or the console of the R's depending on your requirement. Okay. Like the installation can be done by using the install dot packages also, it can be done from the tool like install packages also, it can also be done from this particular window by clicking this also. Okay. So, once you install a particular package, okay, this particular window, that also your right hand bottom window also show you the different the command which under this particular package which you can use. Okay. So, I was talking about that calculating the descriptive statistics by using the FBasics. Okay. So, I already have the FBasics installed. Okay. The first thing I will do, I will import the data set, that is from Excel. Okay. For that I will browse to the I will go to the storage place of this particular file. Okay. So, so R is reading that. Okay. So, there, okay, so type of variable you have to mention, okay, what type of variable is, whether it is an character variable, whether it is a numeric variable. Okay. So, whether it is an date variable, okay, you have to mention. Okay. So, for this demonstration purpose I am not using that. Okay. And also for this importing data, when you are importing data, you have to mention that which particular sheet in the Excel sheet you want the R to read. Okay. Like by default it read the sheet 1, and my Excel sheet also contain one sheet, that is why, okay, default sheet is the sheet 1, or if you have a number of sheet, you have to select those sheet particular from here. Okay. And also you have to mention whether the first row is the name of the variable or not. Okay. And after that you can directly import the data. Okay. So, after importing the data, okay, what you can do, okay, so this data is visible, okay, like in this particular window, okay, or if it is not visible, or if you then you can use the command view dot view and then the name of the file. Okay. So, the next stage what you will do, it will do for the analysis purpose, first we will attach that particular file for the analysis of the R, and for that you have to use the command. All these commands are mentioned in the PPT also. Okay. Now, my file name is for, okay, it is showing already, for summary start, that is the name of the Excel sheet. Okay. Then you have to click on run. Okay. Now, this data is attached for the analysis. Okay. Now, next is I am showing or demonstrating that how to use the FBasic for the descriptive calculating descriptive statistics. Okay. So, what you need to do, you need to activate the package FBasics. Okay. So, okay, then we will again put run. So, it is activated. Okay. Then, okay, so you can use the command summary about the data. Okay. So, now here if I put the summary of the maybe for the whole data set. okay, like for summary statistics. Okay. So, you will get the basic summary, like in case of there are each of the variable, like there is variable like age, education, occupation, family size, farming experiences are there, what is the minimum value, what is the first quartile, what is the median value, mean, third quartile, maximum, okay, minimum. So, these particular data or information you get from the summary stat. Okay. So, now for using the F basics or for calculating the descriptive statistics using the F basics, what command you will use, that is basically basics. It involve basic stat dot. Okay. Now, if maybe you are interested in studying a particular variable data. So, there are a number of variable in that particular data set. Okay. So, you can use the, maybe here we are trying to look into the average of the, what are the average of the ages. Okay. So, here age are written like age years, okay. Then you run. Okay. So, it basically gives you the average. Okay. Average years is the 60, okay. Minimum, maximum, first quartile, third quartile, medium. Okay. So, all the standard deviations, skewness, kurtosis, okay. All these data are given. Okay. So, instead of this single variable, if you want to know about the whole of the data set, so here you can put the whole data set here, okay. And then if you run, you will get this particular statistics, okay, like medium, minimum, maximum, median, okay, the variances, standard deviations, skewness, kurtosis, okay, about all of the variable. Okay. So, and so generally, okay, you will find out these values are not in the numeric terms. Okay. So, in case of the F basic, if you are not if you are getting the value in this form, okay, what you do to get the value in the numeric form, you have to use the command option. Okay. So, options, then it is the -, equal to, okay, this 999. Okay. Now, after running this particular command, if you then again run the basic stats for the whole data, okay, now you may look into that all the data are converted into these numeral numbers. Okay. Now, apart from this particular set also, I told that you can use the many other packages are there also, like in case of if you are calculating the descriptive statistics using the HMI SC package. Okay. So, it is the HMI SC package. Okay. So, if you run again, then this package will be activated. Okay. And after that, for the HMI SC package, we generally for the this descriptive statistics, we use the command describe. And now again for the, maybe you are trying to look for the whole data set. Okay. Then it will give you the, let's for the better visibility. Okay, let us do that. Okay. So, this HMI SC give you more elegant representation of the descriptive data or descriptive statistics, okay, variable wise, okay, like for what is the number of missing value, okay, what is the mean, GMD and all those things. Okay. So, like as I already told, okay, so there are a number of the other packages also, like you can use the package PASTEX, okay, like library, again the same process like PASTEX. Okay, then you run it, the PASTEX package is activated. Then again in case of the PASTEX, okay, it use generally stat. Okay, all these particular command you can find out this particular install this right bottom console. Okay. So, like it generally use the stat descriptive. Okay, then again you can either name of the variable or the whole data set, then you run. Okay. So, again it will give you the, okay, I will extend this one, okay, it will give you the data into this particular form. Okay. But you should always at the time of the importing the data, you have to let the R know that which type of variable it is. Okay. So, as I in this particular case, okay, I take all the variables as a the scale variable. Okay. So, this data is coming like that, but not the variables, all the variables are not the scale variable. Okay. So, okay. So, now I already told that there are other packages also, like I was talking about in case of the descriptive statistics, you can use the PSYCH psychic package also, that is often used by the researcher. Okay, psychic package. Okay, that generally the psychic package is activated. Okay, so this psychic package also use the describe. Okay, so now here you can do that and run it. Okay, you will get that. Okay, now when you are using the both in case of the when you are using the HMISC or psychic, they both use the describe command to do the or to calculate the descriptive statistics for the both of these packages. Okay, so when you have to for mentioning a particular package, what you need to do, you first you need to mention the what package you are using, then you can use the double colon, and then if you use a particular function, okay, then it will calculate the descriptive statistics by using that particular package. Okay. Okay. So, this is the descriptive statistics using this particular package. Okay. So, now so this is the sum of the way you can actually calculate the descriptive statistics or the summary statistics for the data, okay, for the categorized or the tabulated data for the purpose of the analysis. So, with this, okay, so for in the next class we will look into the different inferential statistics for the association, for the different tests which are used for the to draw conclusion about the population, and we will conclude this particular lecture here only. Okay. So, for particular reading, okay, you can go through this, always go through this book, or for improving your skill, okay, you have to practice this particular type of the analysis using the using some collected data, using these different R packages. Okay. So, practice make you the perfect in case of the analysis. Okay. So, it cannot be learned only by the looking into the videos. Okay. You have to yourself try to do those analysis, and maybe, okay, in that process you may face any a number of error in the, especially in case of the when you are using the R. Okay. Then only your skill in the analysis using the different statistical software will be sharpened. Okay. So, with this we will conclude today's lecture. Thank you.